Salute to y'all mamas. Salute to y'all mamas.
All right, so what's up, Taj? Taj in the building. We filming. 3, 2, 1, action, scene, and cut. I'm just kidding. I don't know how to start it as a director. But what's up, Taj? How you doing?
How you doing, baby girl?
I'm doing okay. It's nice to actually finally formally meet you because we just discussed a
Now you
little
just
behind
gave
the
me hell for
scenes.
that shit.
Yeah, talk about something. When did I meet you? It's nice to meet you. You saw me before. I actually saw you more, a little bit more in your element, if that makes sense. You were at an empowerment event, like a business empowerment event,
Yeah.
which I noticed that you do a lot throughout Tampa. So of course, it's usually why hip hop. But I want to know, like, why empowerment? Like, why make your life better? Why make other people's life better? It's not just why hip hop for you. Like, why do you do what you do?
Man, that's a long story. But I mean, in a nutshell, man, I come from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted somebody to open a door for me. So for
Yeah.
me, however I can position myself to help others, not only open doors for myself, but to open up doors for others, that's my mission. That's my purpose.
Yeah. When was that pivotal moment for you? I saw just a little bit of your background, how you were kind of denied from having certain licenses due to your background. Tell me a little bit about that because I know other people might be going through that, and they probably think this is it. Like I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
They're shutting me down. How did you get through that?
Well, people got to understand your pain is supposed to prepare you for your passion. Your passion is supposed to
Mm,
delegate your purpose. For me, man, my first charge, I caught my first criminal charge at 13 years old.
mm,
I began running away from home at 15 and 16 years old. It was my last time living with my parents.
mm, mm, mm.
I didn't graduate from high school on time.
Yeah.
And my first adult charge was my daddy actually sending me to jail. So I say that to say this, man, your
Mm,
test is made for you to testify.
right.
So for me, man, my whole story is based on redemption. So I think one of the stories that kind of helped me change my life, I was facing a charge and the state attorney was actually my classmate. And I looked over to her
Mm.
and realized it's the same young lady I went to middle school and high school with.
Yeah.
I took one way,
And
she
she
took
took
another
another one.
path, and she had the power to control my life in that very moment.
Did she take it easy on you?
Needless to say, she dropped the charges and
Good for
actually spoke a
that.
word of encouragement in my life to live up
Mm-hmm.
to my fullest potential.
Most
So I've
definitely.
always been like a nerd, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like my intelligence. I just chose different things that I wasn't supposed to be involved
Got you.
in. Yeah.
So you said really at 13, you kind of, in a sense, jumped off the porch in terms of getting to know yourself without your parents, in a sense, right? You kind of have to take care of yourself when you get to 15, 16. Now you 18. When did you say you had the situation where they didn't give you the license? What age do you think that was when you were
Um,
finding that out?
that was around 30 years old. I applied for,
Mm,
I say, yeah, 29, 30 years old. I applied for a license with the state of Florida and they denied me.
mm.
Um,
From something that you did when you was young?
no, that I had adult charges as well, but they
Got you.
denied me. And what I did was I realized at that moment that it wasn't a no. I was delayed but not denied. I
Mm-hmm.
realized at that moment that your no, it just means your next opportunity. So what I did was I started getting contacting different church people, clergymen, different political and businessmen, and they wrote letters about my character.
Right,
I sent it to the state. The state gave me the license,
right.
and from there I became an independent contractor. I've been self-employed ever since. And what I did was I became the contractor of the week several weeks in a row.
Nice,
By 36, I became the youngest project director in the nation. So for
nice.
me, it was like, man, I took that opportunity. I took that shortcoming. I was like, man, I ain't gonna let this get in my way.
Most
So,
definitely.
and at that point, that's why the city of Tampa acknowledged me as one of the 10 people to know in 2022
Yeah,
because
I
I
saw
was able
that.
to build over 50 and 66-figure earners at that time.
Nice. So, of course, I hear all the accolades, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can't help but think that there was a lot of adversity way before there were the
Mm-hmm.
accolades. Especially like somebody like me, I'm just turning 30, and I can only imagine like people that's in their 20s that is in this economy. You looking around and you like, dang, like what am I really going to do, right? So you talking about it post accomplishments and
Mm-hmm.
accolades. How do you even get up? Like when somebody is down at their lowest, they feeling the worst about themselves. As someone that's in your position now, how would you suggest they even get through that little patch?
Man, Cat Williams said it best. He said, you got to speak to your star player. You got to understand that the bottom is only preparation for the top. Like, you don't go through these things so they can crush you. These things are meant to build who you're designed to become.
Mm.
Um, for me, you understand, man, I feel like I done messed up so much. I done messed up my way to some form of success. You know what I'm saying? So I've been homeless, been repoed, been evicted, been incarcerated, these different things. So I only have one place to go at this point, and that's to the top. You
Right.
know, so I would tell people what worked for me is to understand and gain knowledge of self. I began to study spirituality. I began to study the root and the
Mm.
historical context surrounding religious spirituality and different faith-based systems.
Mm.
That allowed me to understand that the things I was doing and not pouring into my community and taking away from my community is the very thing that they designed us to do. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So you have to have a wake-up call. And first, you have to discover your purpose. People try to focus on the money. You try to focus on the bad. All that stuff is temporary. How
Mm-hmm.
can you touch and change somebody else's life? You know what I'm saying? And when you begin to walk into those things, the money gonna come, the provision gonna come. The Bible says, where there's no vision, the people perish. I always say, where there's vision, there is provision. You get what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And so, as a man thinketh, so is he, and as he sows, so shall he reap.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. I like to see, especially people like us, that know what's going on spiritually. You read.
a lot,
What's
a
one of
hell of a
your
lot.
favorite like eye-opening books? Especially if you were talking to 18-year-old Taj. What book would you tell him to read that could just kind of change his ideologies and get him on a better path?
There's a lot of them, but what I will say for me, the 48 laws of power. And the
Mm,
reason why there's certain laws that I subscribe to still to this day. For instance, law number 25 means recreate yourself. You got to have that
don't be
paradigm
afraid
shift.
to.
Yeah, you got to be
Yeah.
able to recreate yourself. You got to be able to become malleable and walk in every room, right? And then there's certain things like law number 4, which is always say less than necessary. A lot of y'all tell y'all goals and your dreams too soon. You attaching other people's spirits, their jealousy and their envy to your dreams and your aspirations. So I don't do that. And I think one of the other ones is law number 10, which is avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Because
Mm, mm,
energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transferred, right? So if
mm-hmm.
you're around people and they always miserable, what the hell you think you're gonna
You're gonna
become?
be
You get what
miserable.
I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I said in one of my videos, a lot of y'all dealing with demons that weren't even intended for you
Mm.
because you surrounding
Somebody
yourself with
else
people.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I that's funny that you say that because if you don't know that that's going on, it's like a spiritual warfare that you never going to be prepared for because in order to even be prepared for it, you got to know that it's going on. You know what I'm saying? So when I was moving as a younger person like 8 days ago, I'm a changed gal now. But the point is just who you surround yourself with. And even for instance, me interviewing someone like you, like I'm tired of the hey, how you doing? Well, who do you want to see? Who do you want to perform with? What's your top three? Like we black people, we people that need knowledge. There's some people that have it. I've met a lot of people like you that could literally give somebody a gym that could turn their life around, whether it's a credit gym or a lifestyle gym or a mental gym. Like you never know what someone needs, but we out here keeping it to ourselves.
Yes.
So you, in a sense, I see that you have a lot of things that you have your hands in as far as spreading that knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more about like what you're doing now to keep spreading that knowledge?
Yeah, one of my well, actually my biggest love, my passion project. I'm the community liaison director for a nonprofit known as Rehabilitation of the Heart.
Okay.
And what we do is we provide second chances to those re-entering into society.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I go into the prisons. I meet with the convicts and I vet them so that they can be in the best position whenever they re-enter. So my mentor, which is Stacy, what she's designed is a whole school, one in Tampa, one in Fort Myers. We
Mm-hmm.
got trades like welding, fiber optics, construction, OSHA, forklift, so that when you get into our program, you could pretty much, we take care of the transportation, the toiletries, the housing, your food, and everything, so that you don't have no excuses why you can't get this certification and
Right.
improve your life. So
Now that's in Tampa. Sorry to cut you
yeah,
off, but
that's in
that's in
Tampa, in
Tampa.
East Tampa. Yeah, and we partner with the CDC of Tampa, which is the corporation's communities to develop Tampa, which is
Mm-hmm.
Miss Chloe and Mr. Ernest Coney.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's in Tampa for sure. And
I've
so
heard
like
about
let's
Mr. Ernest. I want to meet him one
oh
of
they
these
goats,
days.
they the goats. But
Yeah.
if you do let's say for instance you do welding, that's a 6 week program. You
Okay.
can be fresh out of prison, and in that 6 weeks you can be making $30 some an hour.
Come
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
And see, I don't think a lot of knowledge is really what it is. Like, if you don't know better, you ain't gonna do better.
exactly.
If somebody in the Tampa area, how do they become a part of that? Like, how do they sign up? If they got a son that's about to get out, how they get onto something like that? And is there like a limit for how many slots y'all got?
No, man. I mean, right now everything is out of pocket of the organization, but we're trying to get on get government on grant funding so that we can grow,
Right.
right? But you can always follow us on Instagram or at our website at Rehabilitation of the Heart
Mm-hmm.
and just register. Or you can go up to the CDC as well, and they got different programs that are designated to help you out as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
bet. So now you're at this point that you are successful. You're past a lot of the things that may have hindered you before, as far as like doing things that you shouldn't be doing, thinking the wrong way. What are some of the nuances that you're like, okay, I need to work through now that I'm at this point? What are you finding about yourself? Because I know we get to a point where we always changing, right? And
Yeah.
we always trying to figure out how to go to another level. What's something that you feel like, okay, this one I'm gonna work on to, make it better for myself?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you one of the hardest things I had to overcome was there's a condition called imposter syndrome.
What that mean? Oh, feeling like you ain't supposed to be
Feeling
there.
like you don't
That's
deserve to
funny
be
that you
here.
say that.
You feel what I'm
I
saying?
have that.
So when I
Bad.
first became an independent contractor, I'm
Mhm.
dealing with corporate individuals, right? So I began changing my voice up and code switching and all the other
Oh my
crazy shit.
goodness, I totally know what you're talking about.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
actually.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, there's a balance because you have to start practicing how you speak and improving your vernacular so that you deserve to
Most
be in that room.
definitely.
But you don't want to lose your culturally sound approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at one point I was doing that because back then my dreads was down here. I'm heavily tatted up, all kinds of stuff, and that's pretty much what I was doing. But you got to get to a point where you understand your skill set, when you really know what you bring to the table and your value that you bring. You don't have to code switch because what
Right.
happens is people respect money. They respect green. It
Right,
don't
right,
matter your
right.
color. It don't matter where you from. If they know that you can add to that situation,
Yeah.
then they're gonna open that door for you. So
Yeah.
for me, I had to get to the point where I understood my value, understood who I am and whose I am, and what I can bring to the table. And
Absolutely.
doors started to open up for me.
Absolutely. So, as far as what you bring to the table now, because again, we have your awards that you've had. In 2022, you were in the top 10 people in Tampa. Again, you're one of the directors of the Rehabilitation of the Heart, but you're also a restaurant owner slash investor. So, tell us a little bit more about the food. You ain't said nothing about the food. Is the food good or not?
You know, it's busting. Little
I
cognac,
can say it's busting.
little cognac cornbread ain't never hurt nobody.
Cognac
But
cornbread.
no,
Where
I
you
am
grabbing it?
the restaurant is one of my the businesses and ventures I've gotten into as well. Most of my investments are actually silent, which is how I kind of prefer stuff, to be honest
Most
with you.
definitely.
But the restaurant added, it needed a different side of me, to be honest
Got
with
you.
you, because of the relationship and the reputation of the restaurant before. I kind of
Yeah.
needed to put my face on it to kind of restore the trust in the community. But overall, man, I'm just looking to keep branching out and expanding.
Come back.
No,
No, bring that ass here. What you mean restore the trust in it? What
no, I
you
mean, no, I can.
Be honest.
So
Be
no,
honest. Don't
what
even
I
do
will say, what I
that.
will say is this, and I know your
Because
part,
Rosebud was there before, wasn't it?
but see, your partner know about this. I'm currently in the middle of a legal situation with that, so I don't want to go too many details on that.
Okay.
But what I'm doing now is just investing in different things. I'm trying to buy back my time.
Yeah.
I done traded too much time hustling and bustling.
Yeah.
You're trying to chase this bag and you lose out on the real things in life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's one of the things in being in my daughter's life and being present for my daughter's life
Yeah.
is most important to me. There was times I wasn't able to be as present in my other kids' life
Because
as
you was
much as I
handling
like to.
business.
Yeah, yeah. So
Gotcha.
for me, that's the most important thing for me at this stage
Yeah.
in my life and in developing her growth. You know.
Now, question. Knowing what you know now, what's something that you would have done differently? Because I heard you say you were in a legal situation with that, with the restaurant situation. And most people, we want to go into business, right? But we have no idea what this business even consists of. We just know some people might want to cook, some people might like to do hair, but they don't really know what the business consists of. What's something you wish you would have known, then that you know now?
Before the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, not a damn thing.
Because
Because I entered into the restaurant the same way I enter into every business with a contract. So
Got
and shout out to my attorney Shanette Stokes of the Stokes Law Group.
Okay.
But yeah,
But you didn't learn anything from
no,
the
I mean no,
experience.
no,
I think
because
everything
you
is supposed to
understand
be
in
so.
business is I've been in business for like 15 years,
Mhm.
right? This is my first incident.
Got you.
You have
Got
to
you.
understand there's a duality and a polarity. Things have to have both sides. Where
Right.
there's hot, there's cold. You know what I'm saying? Where there's night, there's day. So I can't keep expecting the good to come without expecting
No,
some sort of a shortcoming.
seriously.
So
Yeah.
what I'm going to learn from it is I'm gonna come out of this even stronger and learn different things to put in the contracts to be even more tight moving
Most
forward. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So I don't even look at it as being a negative. To be honest with you, I'm
Yeah.
embracing this journey
Yeah.
because
Lesson.
you can't say you're a boss and not be ready for warfare.
And I'll be
You know what I'm
ready
saying?
for a loss.
You can't.
Hello.
And so at the end of the day, like
Understood.
I don't even look at it personally because, as you said earlier, everything is spiritual, right?
Mhm.
We're spirits living in a body, and we have a soul.
Right.
So you don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Sometimes you're dealing with these people that they not at you.
They don't even
They at
know
what's
it.
inside of you. You feel what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So and then sometimes you gotta pop out and show up.
Come on
You
now.
feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm at with it, man.
Almost
So
sea walk.
I'm what I will say, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be in a position to be able to have the finances to
Yeah.
legally fight for what your rights and fight for what is right. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's a blessing.
Absolutely. So speaking of finances, obviously it's not a match of how much money you make, but I'm more interested in financial literacy,
Mm.
right? Three things that you would like. I want you to give me three key facts about financial literacy that you've learned that you could probably transfer to someone in layman's terms,
Mm.
like the easy way. What would you tell us about just money,
Mm.
whether it's saving, whether it's investing, or even just getting it together? Just three things that you would leave us with there.
Well, first, don't compare yourself to anybody. Keeping up
Okay.
with the Joneses is going to always have you fight from behind, right? Do not compare yourself to anybody else's journey. I said before, if you compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20, you'll end up filing for chapter 11.
Ooh,
Bankrupt. You know what I'm
bankruptcy.
saying? Real talk. So that's
Yeah.
first off. Second off, there's a book that I read that helped me transition from cash because I used to always have cash. It was Dave Ramsey's book called Total Money Makeover, right?
Mhm.
And that'll help you to learn how to become debt free. It'll
Mhm.
learn how a snowball effect basically to relieving your debt from your life.
Got you.
Now, now that I'm at this level, Dave is not really my vibe.
Mhm.
There's another book by a guy named Grant Cardone named The 10X Rule.
Okay.
And that teaches you kind of do what Siri's already doing, kind of rent out all these different properties and everything else. And pretty much he protects his investments, but he rents out everything else. So
Mhm.
those three things, like I said, I would read The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I would read The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
And don't
And
compare
don't compare
yourself.
yourself to nobody.
Got you. Okay. So as far as the city is concerned, because again, you've gotten awards, you've gotten accolades in the city. What is your vision like moving forward as far as your not only your businesses but your vision for people, you being able to help people. Like I
Mm-hmm.
noticed that one of the things that you're really the most passionate about is relaying some of this information so it could potentially touch at least one person, right?
Facts, facts.
So what are your plans there? Like, what are you looking for? I know you already have the center, but what else would you be looking into? Like, can we see you in more speaking events? Like, what
Yeah.
should we be looking for there?
What's crazy is everybody who know me personally know I'm very private and don't like speaking in front of people.
Oh,
But and that's just the truth. So if you find me in a room, I'm always in the cut type stuff.
right.
But this year I'm looking to be on the front lines more because I
Okay.
understand that the speaking is going to ultimately open different doors. I'm looking to develop a mentorship or apprenticeship program as well,
Yeah.
not geared towards finances. You look on the internet, everything is about how can you get this money? How can you get this money? I'm
Right.
interested in your mindset. If you
Yeah.
adjust your mindset, you'll be good in all the different categories. So I want to help people who are doubting themselves, who lack confidence in themselves, who doubt their ability to sit at the table.
Right.
I want to
Right.
help
Right.
build that trust in yourself and that faith that you have in yourself so that you can sit at any table you want and own the table.
That's what's up too. Not gonna hold you. I feel like that's it is doing what it's supposed to do. So, on that note, Taj, you check out as a great guy. I'll stop grilling you. All right. So we about to get into a little bit of fun with it, okay? So we're
Okay.
gonna switch gears.